Okay, we are live. I'm Kathryn Price and I'm really excited to be here today to share some more transformative life lessons with you. And today, what I wanted to share was what really drives success and how you can master it. So if you're here live, jump in and say hi. Great to be here with you again for another weekly live stream. I wanted to start off today with a quote. Success is not about what you accomplish. It's about what you inspire others to do. And this really resonated with me because this is my goal. This is what I'm about here now with this YouTube channel. It's not about accomplishing for me, although I'm keen to get more subscribers, obviously, so subscribe. But I'm here to share what I know to inspire and help others. And I thought that might resonate with you too. Now, as usual, I've got my notes down here on my other mobile phone, so I'll be referring to those. And I wanted to say that so many people don't know what it takes to be successful, and so many people want to be successful, but they don't recognize some really important things, and in particular two that I'm going to share that are really, they're just integral to succeeding at whatever you're doing. So today we're going to look at what those things are, and I'm going to give you 7 success factors. Sound good? Okay. What does success look like to you? So as you ponder that question, what does success look like to me? Let me know in the comments, because it means something different to all of us. Now, as I said, there's 2 really important factors that I'm going to highlight, but they're all important. And I can't stress that enough. Like in my notes here, I can't stress that enough in capital letters, underlined. Yeah, so there's that. Now, if you've got some questions, pop them in the comments. I'll address those right at the end. The first thing, if you want success, you need to have patience and tenacity. So good things take time, right? Successful people don't become that way overnight. And successful people make things look easy because they've been through the hard yards. They've been through the grind. They've been through the heartache and the pain and the hard work of a business or losing weight or whatever it might be they're successful at. It looks easy because they have been through the tough stuff. Know this, it will be hard, it will take a long time, and you will want to give up many, many times. I have over the years, I've wanted to give up and I have given up. Now let me tell you a little story. When I started my first business back in 1998, it was an affirmation card business. I created little boxes of little cards, sort of credit card size, and I sold them through retail stores throughout New Zealand, here where I live. And I decided it was time to leave my job, which I did. It was going really well. I had it in, I think, about 40 retail stores across the country, and it was going great. But I didn't understand what it took to really get it to the next level. I thought it was going to be easy. And I thought it was going to be fun all the time, like it had been in that first 6 months or so that I was doing it while I was working. But it wasn't. And I'm not telling you this to scare you. I'm telling you this because I want to be real with you. I want to let you know what it's really like to achieve the success you want to achieve in your life. Now, let me know in the comments, what have you achieved that's been hard work? There will be something, undoubtedly. And if you're here live, jump in and say hi. So that was a really good lesson for me. And I've got another little story about that business a little bit later on. The second thing you need if you want to have success is you have to listen to your intuition and to your body. What is your intuition telling you? Is the direction that you're going in right for you? Does it feel right in your gut? You know, I know for me that sharing transformative life lessons on this YouTube channel is 1000% correct for me. It feels right in my heart. It feels right in my body. It feels right in my soul. It's what I've been passionate about for more than 3 decades. And I know deep within my soul that it's right for me. And there's a difference between knowing and thinking and believing. And that's something I talk about in my book, Flourish. We have to know why we're doing something. We have to be honest with ourselves. You know, when I started this YouTube channel again, I wanted to do weight loss, and then that didn't feel right. And then I thought I'd share my YouTube. It didn't feel right because I was doing it because I wanted what other people had. I wasn't doing it because it was what I truly wanted. So listening to your intuition is important, as is listening to your body. So if you can listen to your body, you are going to hear the signs of exhaustion, frustration. You know, I've been burnt out 3 times, and every time my body gave me signals, but in the beginning I didn't know. And because I didn't know, I couldn't hear them. So right now as a new YouTuber, I'm working really hard on this, and it's giving me some of those signals, but I'm listening. I'm doing what I need to do. And that will be another video about burnout, because there are so many lessons from that. Maybe it'll be my next one. That might be a good idea. So keep an eye out for that. It'll be up in a few days. Number 3, if you want success, you have to continually learn from others. Now, this is something that I adopted in all of my businesses after that first business, because that was one of the things I didn't do. Find where people are who are doing what you want. Whether it's the person that has lost the weight, and I've lost 33 pounds and I've got some videos on how I did that. Whether it's the person who has run the marathon, who has started the business and been successful, who is a big YouTuber, whatever it is. Find people to be your mentor, people who are doing what you want to be doing. Watch their videos, scan their website, take their program if you can. You know, at different times over the years, I've taken programs, I've definitely scanned people's websites and videos and freebies and watched how they did things so that I could learn what I needed to do. And there were so many good ideas. Now, I'm not saying copy people, because that's one thing I don't want you to do. Don't copy what they're doing, but you use their content and their success and their way of doing things to learn what you need to do next. So an example of this for me was in my furniture painting business. I had been doing it for about, oh gosh, I don't know, maybe 6 or 8 months, and I really wanted to up my game. My turnover was increasing, I was doing better and better, but I wanted to up my game. I wanted to take it to the next level. So I watched what other companies were doing around their marketing, and I noticed that there were a number of women's clothing companies marketing regularly to their email list. They were every week, some of them every few days, and they were doing sales often and other promotions often. And I thought, well, if they're doing it, it must work. They wouldn't be putting resource, time, effort, money into these campaigns if it didn't work. So I started doing it. And guess what? It worked. It worked big time. Just refreshing my screen there, sorry. And it really made a massive difference to my business. So just by taking notice of what other people are doing, you know, maybe someone that you follow on YouTube as a YouTuber is doing a live once a week, like I am, because I'm learning from people that I watch and I follow, like Brian G. Johnson and Rob the Maritimer and Sarah, can't think of her last name, but there's plenty of great YouTubers out there. You know, I followed a woman, No BS Weight Loss, when I first started my weight loss journey 7 years ago. So, and with this live stream in full transparency, I learned the introduction to this live stream from Brian G. Johnson, who has 177,000 subscribers and has been the most incredibly kind and helpful human to someone like me who only has just over 600 subscribers. And I went back and I watched the beginning of his live streams, and I've adopted what he's doing. So watch people who are doing what you want to be doing, where you want to be. Okay, let's move on. Number 4, if you want success, you need to understand yourself. Yes, everything else is important, but if you don't know what drives you, you're running blind. Take the time to get to know yourself. If you want some coaching for free, use ChatGPT. I've just did a video about this a couple of days ago about how I used it, how fantastic it is. Or book a session with me. I'm doing one-on-one coaching. There's a link in my channel description, and you can book a session with me. I'm doing it at reduced rates from what I did it in my working life. So, yep, check that out if that interests you. Do you have a fear of failure? Do you have a fear of success? So going back to my affirmation card business, I realized at the end I had a fear of success. Now, as I said, it was going great, but I didn't know what to do next. I got the speed wobbles and I stopped and I went back to employment and I gave up the business. Some months later, quite a few months later, I was having coffee with a friend, a lovely, lovely friend, and we were having talking about my business, and I said, you know, my business wasn't a success. And she said to me, which I am so grateful for, because this must be 20 years ago. No, longer. I started that business in 1998. So yeah, 25 years ago. She said to me, and I've never forgotten this, your business was successful, you stopped. And she was so right. And I've held on to that. And I know why I stopped. I stopped because I had a fear of success. So getting to know yourself is so important, managing your thoughts. And that's why I'm writing my second book, which is all about managing your thoughts to change your life. Number 5, if you want success, this is the one thing that drives success more than anything. Learn to recognize success. Now, if you're here live, jump in and say hi, because I'd love to see if you have joined. I see we've got some people on. I've just refreshed my screen again because the comments aren't coming up for some reason. Anyway, that's all good. We'll carry on. So learning to recognize success. If you're starting out on a journey, if you have started, if you have signed up to the program, if you are starting to plan your business, if you have posted your first YouTube video, you are successful. You are successful at that step in the process. The more you can recognize that you are already successful, recognize you're already successful, tell yourself you are successful, because you are, that will contribute hugely to achieving more success. when you lose another kilo, when you upload another video, when you do the marathon, when you do your training, when you go for a walk. It's all success. You are already successful right here, right now. We all are. You turned up today. You got out of bed. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you're still in bed. So what? You're still successful. Don't make it something out there that you have to attain, because you are being successful every single minute of every single day. You might be at the beginning, but it doesn't mean you're not successful. So to me, success is every step. The sixth thing, if you want success, you need processes and systems that support your goal. You need the weight loss strategy. You need the not a diet or a program. I've got some videos, plenty of other people have got videos about how to lose weight without going on a diet. It's possible. I've done it. I've lost 33 pounds. You can do it too. You need a good template for your YouTube videos. You know, these are systems that you need in place. You need an organized calendar. You need to know where you need to be, where you're going every single day in order to achieve success. Now, I learnt this whole calendar and organizational thing from my corporate years. You know, now I use that in my personal life, and I have ever since I left the corporate world 12 years ago. You know, I have a calendar that is color coded. You know, I have my gardening tasks in green, my chores in yellow, my hobbies in purple, my outings in red, with the traveling time, with the getting ready time, so that I'm not rushing at the last minute. I have an organized calendar, and that's a system that supports my success. So many things we can do for success. And number 7, now stay with me and I'll answer your questions at the end. And if you're not on live, pop them in because in the comments, because I'll certainly answer all of those as well. If you want success, you need to plan and batch and schedule. Now, we've just talked about scheduling, but why do you need to plan and batch things? It prevents overwhelm. If you want to lose weight, meal prep, cut up your vegetables, keep your water bottles on the bench, put your running shoes out, put your exercise gear out the night before so you don't accidentally forget to go for a walk. You know, if you're running a business, schedule time, create videos together, schedule your community posts a week in advance. These are all things that you can do to plan and batch your life so that you reduce overwhelm, so that you achieve success. In my furniture painting business, you know, I used to write 4 blog posts at a time, and I'd schedule them out, you know, for 4 weeks, and then it was done for a month. You know, take a morning to do it, and bam, it was done. So that was something that was really, really useful. So there you have it. 7 things you need to do in order to have success in life and business, with your YouTube channel, with your weight loss, with whatever it is you're trying to achieve. Now, if you've got any questions, pop them in the comments and we can talk about them now. I see we've got some people live, but we don't have anything in the chat, so that's all good. If we don't have any questions now, I'll wrap it up shortly. And then what I'll do is I will post this to my channel and you can pop your comments in and I'll answer those for you. So I hope that's been helpful, and I hope that there are some things there that you can adopt into your life. If you didn't see the live stream, watch the replay. There's so many juicy things in there that you know, that I've brought you today that will help you towards success. So thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. I really, really appreciate it. And I will see you in another video, maybe later today, maybe tomorrow, but definitely 2 or 3 times in the next week. I've recorded one already and I'll be recording another one today. So you take care and I will see you again very soon. Bye for now.